What's good, peeps? Welcome back to another video. Alright, in this video we're going to be looking at desktop specifically. Alright, so if you watched my last video where we looked at laptops, then you know where this is supposed to be going. But anyways, let's get into it. Now there are three different sizes really of desktop, because a desktop is a desktop nonetheless, but it's just the form factor that really tells them apart and sort of determines what kind of quality of components you can get out of it. Alright, so normally you have your tower desktop, your compact desktop, and what they call an all-in-one. Now, for the towers, normally you identify a tower by that whole vertical construct that persons may have on the desk or under the table, depending on how their situation is set up. Those desktops normally are the most customizable. Alright, and of course, depending on the type of internals that you want to have and the nature of work that you want to do, alright, it will help to determine how much you can really put in and get out of that type of computer. Compact computers, however, are normally smaller, and normally in some instances you only have access to a few things, like probably your RAM and your hard drive, which of course these are internal components which we'll talk about in the internals video. The good thing about these compact computers, however, are that they fit in small places. Clearly, in a situation like in offices where you have a whole array of computers, especially in the call center situations, you normally have these computers either on the desk, or even some cases you may have them on the back of monitors, depending on the size of the computer. Of course, I'll give you a few visual representations here to sort of help you identify those. And then you have other compact computers, such as the pen computer that they call them. Those normally just connect to your HDMI and they power on themselves, and so from there you get an entire computer literally the size of a pen or smaller that can fit in your pocket. You have also bare bone computers, which are sort of compact in the sense that they're just, as the term suggests, small. But the thing about bare bones is that you have only specific components that you can add to it. Alright, now of course you may be able to change the components depending on what may have happened to the computer. But for the most part, bare bone computers are a little more versatile and probably closer to a tower type computer in terms of the flexibility. All-in-one computers, however, are like your Mac Pros. Literally, as the term suggests, everything is together. So from you have your screen and you look at the back of the computer, basically, yeah, that's the entire computer. Alright, now they used to be like yeah big, now they're very thin and thing. But the fact of the matter is, the entire computer literally is in the size and shape of a screen. And in those instances, for example, with the Macs, let's work with the Macs. You can only have access to probably the RAM, if so much. Right? It depends on the year and model of the computer, of course, and so you have to bear that in mind. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about internals, so like we're going to be talking about RAM, CPU, graphic card. You'll get a general idea when you watch that video. Alright, but until that video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Welcome if you're new. Like the video, share the video with somebody who just wants a general idea of the different type of desktop computers. And if you haven't watched a laptop one, I'll place it here, and I'll also place the internals one when it's up here. And until my next video, guys, catch you later.